I saw that, that CNN and every channel had this shooting, and I looked again, and they said Stephen Paddock. And I said, what? So I called my mom, and my mom answered the phone, and I said, is that Steve? And she said, I guess so. And I asked her, was he sick like me? And she didn't want to talk about it.
Raw emotion from Bruce Paddock as he recalls the night his brother Stephen became the deadliest mass shooter in U.S. history.
So I hung up and I saw that he'd killed a whole bunch of people. And I realized that being sick like me wouldn't make you want to kill a bunch of people or even shoot at them.
And it's all about trying to find out the truth behind what really happened in Las Vegas.
Jim Breslo interviewed Paddock on Friday. He's the host of the Hidden Truth Show, Las Vegas Shooter. It's a podcast investigating the massacre, and he's given part of that interview to Fox 11 to air exclusively for the very first time.
My feeling for other people. I care more about the people that were hurt.
Run! Get in the truck.
And what it's got to be like to sit on the wrong end of a gun.
He's in a wheelchair. He's got a spinal condition that he believes that his brother Stephen also suffered from. He believes that that condition was a motivating factor in him doing what he did.
Breslo told me Bruce Paddock believes his brother's controlling nature caused him to spiral out of control. Losing money, his girlfriend, and other things may have caused him to snap.
The loss of the ability to control everything because he was always the controlling brother. He's 7 years older than us and raised us, took care of us. He was the father. And he was always mom's best choice.
And you'll remember shortly after the shooting, ISIS claimed responsibility and also claimed that Stephen Paddock was a converted Muslim who carried out the attack on their behalf. Breslo from the podcast tells me when he asked Bruce Paddock about this, he was very dismissive about it and said that his brother Stephen just wasn't capable of that. Now, that podcast interviewed Paddock for a full 90 minutes, and if you'd like to check out the rest of that interview, which you definitely should, you can look for it online this weekend at www.hiddentruthshow.com. And once again, a big time thank you to them for sharing a portion of that incredible interview with us. Guys, some pretty incredible insight right there.
So it goes on for a full 90 minutes. Did he give any other nugget of what you might hear in that interview? One thing that stood out to you?
Another thing they said they talked about was he believes that was not the very first time that Stephen brought weapons up into Mandalay Bay. He thinks that perhaps because of his high roller status and his love of guns, it was known that he had guns. He believes that that was not the very first time that those weapons were up in Mandalay Bay. But again, that's not confirmed. That's his brother saying that.
Just what we heard right there was riveting, open, raw, real.
First, I believe that's his first on-camera interview ever.
And in a couple of minutes, just saying, sick like me, sick like me. What, child pornography, sick like me? Had inclinations he couldn't control, sick like me?
I'm not sure, and that's why, the rest of the podcast, people have to check that out because we just got a short snippet of it. And after talking with the host, Jim, they went over some pretty incredible stuff.
Wow.
So. Very moving.
All right, thanks, Bill.